What's going on, guys? Antonio here. Do me a favor, hit that thumbs up for me, and let's get into it. All right, so we are on the Hollywood Unlocked Instagram page. Shout out to Jason Lee and all the good folks putting all that gossip stuff on the interwebs over there on Hollywood Unlocked. But this is the headline here. Apparently, John Schneider, and they got the clip, which I'm gonna add that in. So John Schneider was on OAN. And they were talking about Beyonce trying to cross over into the country music genre, right? And he said some stuff, and it's everywhere now. Cause like I saw TMZ posted it, it's everywhere. So he catching some flack. So let me read this, and then I'm going to play the clip, and then I'm gonna give my commentary on it. All right. Looks like someone has been sipping a little haterade. John Schneider is receiving massive backlash online over his comments about Beyonce. As many are aware by now, the megastar recently dipped her toes into the world of country music, causing a stir in the industry. However, not everyone is thrilled about her foray into this new genre, with some even going as far as comparing her to a urinating dog marking its territory. Yeah. TV star and singer John Schneider is currently making headlines for linking Beyonce's venture into country music to a dog peeing on a tree to mark its territory. In a scathing interview on the OAN network, Schneider criticized the entertainment industry for not leaving country music solely to conservatives, expressing his disapproval of Beyonce's crossover. Beyonce's surprise release of 2 new country songs, Texas Hold'em and 16 Carriages, along with the announcement of a full country album set to drop March 29th, caught many off guard. While some fans were excited to see the versatile artist explore a new genre, others, including certain country stations, were less enthusiastic and refused to play her music. The controversy surrounding Beyonce's country music debut has sparked a debate on social media, with many opinions divided on whether her crossover is a welcome addition to the genre or an unwelcome intrusion. Quote, "They've got to make their mark, like a dog at a dog walk park. You know, every dog has to mark every tree. So that's what's going on here," Schneider said while appearing on the show. So, and just so we don't misquote the brother, let's actually hear from John Schneider.
Just won't leave any area alone, right? They just have to seize control over every aspect, don't they?
They've got to make their mark, just like a dog in a dog walk park. You know, every dog has to mark every tree, yeah. Right? So that's what's going on here. Shania and the other folks you talked about, what they did is they were in country music and they went out. You know, that's one thing. But people coming into country music have because I know a little something about country music.
An industry just won't.
All right, so there you go. That is John Schneider in his own voice. Because sometimes you read a transcript or something and it gets a little spicy. Now, like I said, I'm a fan of John Schneider. Obviously, he was on Dukes of Hazzard as Bo Duke, and then he played Jonathan Kent on Smallville with what's the guy, Tom Welling, and Michael Rosenbaum as Lex Luthor. I love Smallville. Smallville was one of my favorite shows when it was on the WB back in the day. So after those shows ended, a lot of people didn't know that John Schneider leaned more conservative. And, you know, he's a man of faith. I saw him on Bill Maher's old show, Politically Incorrect. He was on there, and he was catching some flack because he was talking about America needing to return back to more of a traditional 2-parent household. And people were talking like he was like the alt-right for saying stuff like that. And I'm sitting there going, I personally do think that, and I'm just saying, I'm just going to look at the in Black America, Black society. I definitely think America was better when there was a mom and a dad in the house raising children. And I remember that seems like, oh my God, he said that a man and a woman should, you know, be together, and the man should lead the household and his family, and, you know, stuff like that. You know, it's all that we've got all these independent women, and So that was seen as controversial when he said that. I'm not trying to get triggered on social media. And they made it more about Beyonce, but he was actually talking about a lot of these left-wing mainstream artists in general. He wasn't specifically singling out Beyonce. Some people are trying to make it a race issue, like, oh my God, he compared her to it. And no, he was talking about left-wing, because there's other artists that are not quote unquote country artists like Post Malone and all these other people that are coming, they're making country music now. So he was more talking about more left wing artists that are just like, oh, now I'm going to do country, that kind of thing. So I don't know. I heard it when you read some of it, like the TMZ article, they quoted what he said, but it seemed like they took it out of context. I don't know. But like I said, I understand this is going to trigger people. It is what it is. But I would love to, let's have, and not to mention, I would say to John Schneider, if I did have a small pushback, there have been black people performing at the Grand Ole Opry since at least the 20s. I know that building, the Ryman, I've been to the Ryman. I saw Dave Chappelle there. But that building, that's the Ryman Auditorium, I think it opened in 1894. And they've had black artists performing country music there since the 1920s. I'm trying to remember his first name's DeFord something. I can't remember. He was a country artist. He was a harmonica player. That man played there many times. Like Charlie Pride, and Herbie Hancock's played it. Now Herbie Hancock's not a country artist, but there's a lot of blacks that have performed in country music or performed at the Ryman and whatnot, and different things. Blacks and country music are synonymous. It's just like blacks and rock and roll music are synonymous. Chuck Berry was there at the beginning, before the Beatles, before the Rolling Stones. It is what it is. But like I said, there's blacks have been pretty much in every genre of American music. But sometimes we'll move off the music, and then other cultures come in and they take over, and their artists start making hits and everything, and we move on into something else. And then when another black person decides, hey, I want to go back and do a jazz. There's more white people playing jazz. Black people started jazz music, and there's more white people play jazz and stuff now than anything. So like I said, music, especially American music, there were always black people in the forefront of various genres. But like I said, I heard what John said. I'm not like, oh my God, I'm outraged, but I see other people are. But I would love to have the conversation. Get in the comments. Of course, I am on Facebook. I am on Instagram. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Threads. All at Ikari Press, or X, I guess I said Twitter, but it's X now. All at Ikari Press. If you go to ikaripress.com, it will take you to my comic book brand, Way of the Gun. I've got links there where you can read my comics and stuff. And I've got a link in the description to my Gumroad as well if you just want to download and check those out. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm out.